If you are of a certain age, if I were to say the I-70 series, you might think of the 1985 World Series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Kansas City Royals. In these parts, in southern Hendricks County and northern Morgan County, when you say the I-70 series, it is any time when Monrovia and Cascade get together. These two schools have been rivals forever and once again members of the same conference. These days, the Indiana Crossroads Conference, and they are two of the better softball teams in the conference this year. We're here to bring you all the action of this matchup. 14-3 Cascade, 8-5 Monrovia, presented by Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network. My name is Greg Rakestraw, joined by Chris Walker. My friend, it is always good to see you. And these two next-door neighbors have been on this field for the last 60 to 90 minutes on a hot day on this all-turf field. They are ready for this rivalry game.
Yeah, as you said, Greg, they've been out here for quite some time with these schools being in such proximity, close proximity, I should say. They were able to get, Monrovia was able to get here pretty quickly. So they've been here at least since 4 o'clock getting practicing, getting some pregame stuff in. So they're ready to play some softball.
And we are down to the final 2 weeks of the regular season. And this is the day that Cascade is honoring their 5 senior players and their senior manager as well. So they're leading to be a little extra spice out of this rivalry game. Plenty of motivation on the side of the team that comes in at 14-3 and 5-0 in ICC play so far.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this matchup. A 5-0 team versus a 4-1 team. They're fighting for the conference championship here. And as you said, Cascades, this is their senior night. It's going to be a little bit more emotion with this game. So let's have some fun today, ladies.
And this is the first time that we have been here to do a softball game from this facility. And the money that the folks at Cascade, frankly, have put into returfing football, softball, and baseball simultaneously in the last few years is something. Again, this is one of now many turf baseball and softball fields in this area, and not necessarily the schools that are the largest schools. Center Grove just completed that project over the course of the last couple of months, but Mooresville down the road, Beech Grove in the last couple of years has done that as well. This is an absolute first-class facility that the folks here in Southwest Hendricks County have put together.
Yeah, as you and I were talking earlier, I mean, this is an outstanding complex. It's something that you would expect to see at like a Carmel, a Fishers, an IHSAA, that kind of deal, but I did not expect to see this afternoon here in Cascade.
And not surprisingly, when you invest money into something, good results tend to come out of it. We mentioned the fact that the softball team is now 14-3. The baseball team has been ranked the last couple of years in Class 2A. When you put money into your facilities, there is almost always a return on investment when you get to this level.
Well, listen, good athletes like to play at sweet facilities, right? And so that's never a bad thing. When you have those facilities, the athletes will show up.
Coaches are meeting at home plate. 3 of the senior captains also included for this Cascade Ball Club. Cascade will start their ace in the circle today. And she is just a junior, Megan Walker. In fact, our friends from Wish TV were here to gather some footage for Megan this year. She has struck out 79 batters. She has walked 9 in 55 innings pitched. She did not get to play as a freshman because of no season her freshman year of the COVID-19 pandemic. She has now gone over 200 strikeouts in basically about a season and 3 quarters, with another year and a few more weeks of this season left to go.
That is really impressive. I'm looking forward to see Megan Walker in the circle this evening.
By the way, no relation, we should say, for my partner in Chris Walker for today's game. So the Cascade Cadets about to take to the field. Let's bring you the batting lineup for the visitors from Monrovia. Leading things off will be their catcher and Piper Carpenter. She is batting .385 on the season. Ashley Lewis is the shortstop. She will bat second, batting a crisp .381 on the campaign. The pitcher is Caitlin Maddox. She will bat third for Monrovia. She, too, hitting north of .360 on the year. And Athena McGinnis at an even .400. She is the third baseman. Emily Crouch, Emery Newland, Harley Mobley, Bailey Campbell, and Taylor Clapper rounding out the 9-player lineup for Jeff Seasting and Monrovia. They've dealt with some injuries during the course of this year. They do have a full JV squad that is here. The JV ladies will play a game immediately following this one, but just 11 players in the varsity uniform today for the visitors from Monrovia.
Well, I'll tell you what, you don't. If you're one of the starters, you expect to play a full game, right? There's not going to be a lot of substituting. You get all your at bats, get some plays on defense. You got to love that situation.
All right, now the breeze is still cool, and it is 5:30, so the sun is not exactly starting to set, but it's not exactly at the peak of the day. But let's face it, It became summer overnight. 4 or 5 days ago, temperatures in the 50s, and we get a day and a half straight of rain. Today's temperatures in the upper 80s, and yes, we're on the turf. How does that play a factor into today's game?
You know, normally it makes it significantly hotter on the field, but this new field turf is better than kind of the old, Busch Stadium type AstroTurf where it's baking you. It's like 120 on the actual turf, but I don't think this stuff is as bad, but there is definitely a difference.
Catcher throws down, and we're about ready for the first pitch. Again, between these two rivals, separated by the county line and Interstate 70. Approximately all of, 6 miles between each of these two schools. We thank you for joining us. Again, this is all made possible by our friends from Endeavor Communications, weendeavor.com, always to find out more. Here's Carpenter, the catcher. 6 runs batted in this season.
Hefty 385 average.
It is very much a stacked lineup at the top for this Monrovia team. Walker's first pitch misses low and away, ball 1. Walker at 7-2 on the season. Fouled straight back and right in front of our broadcast location, as you can see us behind home plate here at Cascade today.
Greg, I noticed all the ladies, I'm looking at their shoes, and they're all wearing more turf shoes as opposed to even molded cleats. I know you usually allow the molded cleats on the AstroTurf, just not the metal, so I'm surprised no one has the molded cleats on.
Hey, metal is right out on a field like this.
Correct.
Count it 2-1. But these are more tennis shoes that, frankly, you wear in a situation like this.
Yes, sir.
And the count goes to 3-1. And again, let me bring up the fact that Walker averages a walk about every 6 innings.
Yeah, it's interesting because she's missed low and away to the left-handed hitting Piper Carpenter so far. Let's see if she's able to get back on track.
Brings out in the zone. All slapped to the shortstop. Quick toss over to first base. That's Lambert over to Sturm, and there's 1 down.
It's a good job. Megan Walker makes a really good pitch on 3-1. Fastball kind of going away, low and away from Carpenter, and she just beats it in the ground for the 6-3 putout.
By the way, Grusa, Lambert, Broughton, Sturm, the infield. Ruby Gray behind home plate for Cascade. Popped up. Speaking of Ruby Gray. 1 pitch, 2nd out, 2 down.
Good call there, Greg.
Graceland Gray in left field. Ella Kokenauer in center, and Mallory Phillips in right. Broughton and Kokenauer of this group are going to play college softball at the NAIA level for Cascade. Here's Maddox, the pitcher. And this one misses low, 2-0 the count.
Greg, I tell you what, this view that we have today may be even better than our view that we had at South Putnam versus North Putnam the other day. I actually feel like I'm in the batter's box right now.
That's in for a strike, 2-1 the count. They usually got to pay extra money for these seats.
I'm telling you.
If we were at Old Dodger Stadium, we'd be in the Mike Brito seats today. I'd wear my Panama Jack
I was going to say, there you go. Oh, he is as noticeable as the Marlins guy, right?
Far more functional than the Marlins guy. And the count goes full on the foul ball at 3-2.
That ball went right into Monrovia's hitting net. Make sure you get the right ball out of there. Get the game ball out of there. As Megan Walker pauses to tie her shoe.
Throwing so fast, she's coming out of her shoes. And ball 4. So a very rare walk. First base runner of the game here at the top of the first, Monrovia. That leads to Athena McGinnis. Courtesy runner going to be coming in here from Monrovia. Kylie Parker will come in to run for Maddox so she can focus her energies on the circle coming up in the bottom of the inning. McGinnis, 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Monrovia as a team, 10 home runs on the season. It is 2:15 around the diamond here at Cascade. So as high school softball fields go, this one is rather spacious. Jammed her. 0-1 the count.
McGinnis didn't like that swing that she took there. She's kind of stepping out of the box, shaking her head, get herself together so she gets a better swing the next time.
That was almost a self-defense swing because that ball was close enough in on her hands.
Yep.
Jammed her again,
yep.
but shortstop robs her.
Wow.
Tremendous play by Lambert. Lambert's not a senior, but a senior day special. What could have been a base hit instead turns into the third out of the inning. Let's take another look.
Just a really nice play there by the shortstop, Riley Lambert. Just lays out, makes a play for the third out of the inning.
So Monrovia strands one. We'll keep it right here going to the home half of the first inning. Let's run you through the batting lineup for Morgan Birch's squad here at Cascade. The pitcher and Megan Walker will lead things off. Abigail Broughton, the second baseman, bats second. Graceland Gray will bat third. She is the left fielder. Ella Kokenauer, the center fielder, will bat fourth. Ruby Gray, the catcher, bats fifth. Tara Grusa, a third baseman, will bat sixth. Kylie Sturm at first base will bat seventh. Riley Lambert will bat eighth. Again, she is the shortstop that made that fantastic play. And Mallory Phillips in right field bats ninth. Caitlin Maddox is the pitcher today for Monrovia. Caitlin is just a freshman. Again, they dealt with the player they thought would be their starting pitcher this year has dealt with an injury for most of the year. So it's been two players that have handled the majority of the pitching duties for Jeff Seasting's team this year. A solid 3.65 ERA for Caitlin in 46 innings pitched. She has walked 18, she has struck out 55, and she has allowed 24 earned runs. And that comes out to a little more than 3.5 a game for 7 innings.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're just a scout or an evaluator and you're looking at Caitlin Maddox, you got to love the frame, right?
You got raw materials there, don't you?
Absolutely. As a freshman, she's long and lean, and you can only just try to project for the future and think if you're Monrovia, you're in good hands.
And this is a really quality league in every sport. Again, the enrollments vary from 1A to 3A, primarily 2A, although a lot of schools are trending up that are part of this 8-team league from enrollment standpoint. But in this league, you've got Lutheran that has won multiple state championships, Cecina that has won multiple state championships, and you've got one of the best pitchers in the state in Malone Moore for Beech Grove that is getting plenty of Division I looks, and she is just a junior.
Wow.
Of course, everybody's kind of second place in terms of high school pitching behind Keegan Rothrock of
Roncalli. We saw her up close and personal.
About to be the top high school pitcher in the country, and she is a junior as well. As this one misses low and away, 1-0 the count. Here's Walker batting .377. 7 home runs on the 7 RBI on the campaign. A little bit low. 2-0.
Watch Megan take batting practice today. Was really impressed with her batting practice. See if she can put that into play here in the game.
.3-0. And again, you would think, again, there's nothing like this temperature-wise or humidity-wise, so kind of your approach gripping a softball is going to be a little bit different on a day like today.
Absolutely.
Now, she showed bunt. That was a take all the way, 3-1. No signs needed here. 3-1, it's yours. Got a good pitch to hit, sprays it foul, and Maddox has worked it back to 3-2. This Monrovia team blanked by Edgewood on Saturday, 10-zip. Turns on this one. Right fielder has it lined up and makes the play. Well done by Bailey Campbell, another freshman in the starting lineup. 1 of 3 for the Bulldogs today. And there's one down.
Good swing there by Megan Walker. Pulls the ball kind of down the line. Just got under it just a little bit, but that's a really good 3-1 swing there.
And immediately Walker walks the hit batter on deck and says, here's what I saw.
Absolutely.
Love that. Little scouting report. Little inside. Here's Broughton, one of the seniors being recognized today. He's going to play at St. Mary's of the Wood College down the road, just outside of Terre Haute. That's in for a strike. At the waist and over the corner of the plate, 1-1. St. Mary's the Woods has numerous small college national championships in softball. And that's low. That was in a division that's kind of before you get to the NAI level. USCAA, they are now an NAI school.
Gotcha.
Is St. Mary's playing in the River States Conference.
Oh,
knocked it down. Second baseman. Got her. Yep. 1-4-3. Good job by Maddox to knock it down. She wears that face mask for a reason. She's okay. 2 down.
yeah, that ball was just absolutely smoked by Abigail Broughton, right back through the middle.
You have 43 feet
Yeah,
to make a play.
and
43.
Caitlin Maddox was able to get her glove on. It's kind of deflected right to the second baseman for the out. Nice job there all around.
Gracelyn Gray at the plate. Just a freshman. And for a strike, Gracelyn batting .417. 2 home runs and 12 runs batted in.
Freshman 3-hitter. Gotta love it. On a good team. Wow.
Sprays this one foul. And frankly, you see this in every sport now, but because these kids play at such a high level from 3rd grade on up from a travel standpoint in this sport, you see more and more kids, especially in girls' sports, that can contribute immediately as freshmen.
Correct.
And this one again sent foul.
I tell you, Grayson takes a really good swing. So to your point, you can tell she's very experienced and well-trained as a hitter.
Kokenauer awaits on deck if it gets to her. She went, offered, strike 3 called. Maddox gets the first K of the day, and so far through 1 inning, pitchers in control of this one. Monrovia comes to bat when we come back, presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching high school softball here on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
And thanks to our friends at Endeavor Communications, WeEndeavor.com, having us here at Cascade today. As we would say in soccer, since you and I both speak soccer, the reverse fixture. The boys, Cascade Monrovia baseball, will have that at Monrovia in 8 days. We'll be there next Wednesday. You may have heard as we came back from break the heads-up call. The softball field is located next to the baseball field, and while the fans are covered with protective netting, obviously, unless you want to dome the place, you can't do that for softball. So the heads-up call was directed towards those behind home plate, as the ball from the JV baseball game was sent that direction. Cadets taking on Triton Central in JV baseball today. Here's Crouch. In for a strike. Emily, a senior 3rd baseman, does have a home run this year. Swing and a miss. Emily actually playing left field today, but listed on their roster as a 3rd sacker. 0-2 the count.
I've noticed so far in this game, other than that last pitch by Megan Walker, both pitchers really kept the ball down very well.
Chased the rise ball that time, and able to stay alive on the swing. Breeze we have kind of blowing across the diamond today. We are facing the southeast, how this field is oriented. Swing and a miss. Crouch waves as it goes by. First strikeout for Walker, her 80th on the season, and here's one away.
Looked to be a really good changeup by Megan Walker. Just pulled the string on that pitch, which had Gracelyn. Which had Emily Crouch out in front of that pitch. Nice job.
Here's Emery Newland trying to put the bunt down, and well done. Yep. There was no chance of making that play if you make it in fair territory.
Correct.
Newland, couple of RBI on the season.
Great decision there by the catcher, Ruby Gray, to communicate with her fielders and let that ball roll foul.
Third and first baseman a third of the way in. No decision by Newland to be made that time because that ball was at her feet from the start, 1-1. In for a strike, 1-2. Fantastic crowd, by the way, around us today.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
This is the big to-do in southwestern Hendricks County tonight.
A beautiful day. It's a great day to be out watching some ball.
Chase the rise ball, and same result as the last batter, a strikeout, and there's 2 down.
It's a really good pitch. Rise ball there by Megan Walker. Throws it right by Emery Newland.
Here's Harley Mobley. Batting .294 on the season, senior first baseman. One home run and 11 runs batted in for the Bulldogs this year. That's in for a strike.
Good fastball. Megan Walker really staying in the lower part of the strike zone. And as a hitter, it just makes it really tough to get anything elevated.
Popped up. Catcher over. And for the second time, Gray makes an outstanding play from behind home plate. And the inning comes to an end. Just 1 walk so far and 7 batters to the plate for the Bulldogs. Cadets come to bat when we come back. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching here on the ISC Sports Network.
You have enough on your plate. Let McAllister Rentals' wide selection of equipment help. With an extensive equipment selection and experienced people, McAllister Rentals and the Cat Rental Store is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. You know we can help you with the big jobs, from moving dirt to getting you in the air. But did you also know that we can handle your smaller equipment needs with equipment like generators and water pumps? McAllister Rentals has made its mark with locations throughout Indiana and now Michigan. We pride ourselves on our reliable equipment, fast service, and knowledgeable people. Visit us online today or give us a call. McAllister Rentals, helping build Indiana since 1945.
Back at Cascade High School, Greg Rakestraw, Chris Walker with you. 0-0 here in this conference and rivalry affair between Monrovia and Cascade. There's a look at the activity taking place next door. First pitch swinging is Kokenauer and sends that one foul. She's going to play collegiate softball at Indiana Tech up in Fort Wayne next year.
Maybe I'll swing by and check out a game since I'll be there.
You will be across town and watching the Mastodons of Purdue Fort Wayne. With your son heading to play there after 2 years of successful junior college baseball in Illinois.
Yes, sir.
1-1 the count.
Caitlin Maddox really trying to work the inside part of the plate in this at-bat.
That was never in the zone. 2-1 the count. Kokenauer batting .352, 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in.
I'll take it.
And this one sent foul. This is Play Your Neighbor Week for Cascade. They went east and beat Plainfield yesterday. That is always a badge of honor for the folks from Cascade. That was 10 innings. They won 4-3 yesterday.
Nice.
That hit her.
Ow!
Yep, got her on the hands. So first runner of the game on the hard way for Cascade. But they'll take it.
That is never, ever, ever a good place to be hit as a hitter and up in the hand area. There's so many smaller bones up there that can really be crushed easily. So you never like to see a hitter get hit on the hands.
Here's Ruby Gray. Catcher. Batting .400 on the season, 13 runs batted in. By the way, this Cascade team plays again tomorrow as well. Another conference game as they play at Cardinal Ritter. And as I've spent a lot of time around the Ritter campus, it's right down the street from Marion. I'm trying to think if they play on campus or off campus for softball at Ritter.
It's a good question.
2-0 the count. Popped up. Center fielder has a beat on it. Catch made, and second put out for those in the outfield by Monrovia, 1 away.
Yeah, Ruby Grace squared it up. She just got under it a little bit, fly out to the center fielder for the first out of the inning. Still a runner on first base.
Here's Tara Grusa, another freshman starter, third baseman, batting .289. Ball sails out of the zone. No advance from Kokenauer. Well done by Carpenter behind the dish.
That was keeping that ball in front, catching it, keeps the runner at first base there.
Two and 0.
Now, if you're Tara Grusa, you're really looking for a pitch here where you like it, whether it's middle in, middle away, whatever you like, that's the only pitch you're swinging at in this situation, trying to do damage.
Change up.
Great pitch. Great pitch by Caitlin Maddox there.
We could read that coming out of the hand, but the hitter doesn't have that opportunity at that distance. 2 and 1.
I say it all the time. It's the toughest pitch in either baseball or softball to hit is a changeup.
Tries it again. Flies it to right field. Right fielder coming in, and again the play is made by Campbell. It's her second put out of the early stage of this game, 2 away. And again, I love the fact that you see it on camera right there. After every time a batter said, "Hey, this is what I'm seeing," sharing it with your teammates. That's a well-coached team right there.
I love it because it's also an unselfish team, right? It's very easy to be upset with yourself after you're at bats and you go to the dugout and sulk and pout a little bit. But it's one thing to be able to get back with your teammates, discuss what's going on, and let them know.
Here's Kylie Sturm, first baseman. Home run and 17 runs batted in. One and 1.
It's a good swing. Just swung right through it, but great swing there by Kylie Sturm.
And for these ladies, they have 2 more weeks of regular season left to go, and then it's postseason time, which is held right here at Cascade. 5-team sectional in the 2A classification that these two are a part of. Count it 1 and 2. Foul tip, stay alive.
Good battle here. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on first. Kylie Sturm.
Change up, got her again. Well, Maddox being successful with the off-speed pitch. She ends the inning on a strikeout. She's done so in both innings in this game. 0-0 through 2. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Leaps ahead, still on his feet. Stevens lunges.
Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County.
Unbelievable!
Touchdown.
Living up to that last name.
Wabash has the lead for the first time today.
Said that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
8, 9, and 1 coming up this time through. There you see kind of the overhead shot, if you will, of this great complex they have here at Cascade High School. Some of the junior varsity players from Monrovia waiting their chance to hop on the diamond. And alongside Chris Walker, Greg Rakestraw with you. Thanks to our broadcast assistant, Max Gilly, junior at Monrovia High School, learning what not to do in a broadcast by observing us today. He is under the tutelage of Mark Janes at Monrovia. He's going to be just fine in life. This is kind of Janesy's time of year. Activity at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway gets underway on Friday. This one sails out of the zone. Campbell has not had many varsity at-bats this year, but freshman's in a couple of nice plays in right field so far. Kind of a tomahawk swing at that one, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to hit that pitch at that height. So you're going to have to lay off of that one, get something down lower that you can get your bat to.
What they say in League of Their Own, I like the high ones. Just a bit high, a little above the letters there, 2-1 the count. Talked about the Cascade young ladies kind of talking to each other, you know, that scouting report after you see the pitcher the first time. As this one is sprayed foul, the minutia of the game that I have loved seeing. I saw it in warm-ups from Monrovia, and I saw it in the way they have caught 3 fly balls in the outfield. Square to the fundamentals of get behind the ball.
Absolutely.
Line up behind the ball to make the play.
And it's not only that, you see it comes into play even more when it's time to try to throw runners out that are trying to advance on the base pass. When you get behind the ball, you can work through the baseball,
Yep.
and you get more on your throw. Everything works out better when you do it right.
You can see these are 2 well-coached teams.
Absolutely.
2-2. Oh, he slipped out of the hands of Walker. And the count runs full, 3-2. An only base runner so far for the Bulldogs. By way of a bases on balls, only runner so far for Cascade, a hit by pitch.
Yes, sir.
Little liner, and that gets down for a base hit. Just above the glove of Lambert. And Campbell, the 8-hitter, gets the first hit of the game. And again, Campbell, one of the 3 freshmen in the starting lineup for Coach Jeff Seasting today.
That's just a really nice job there by Bailey Campbell, standing at bat, fighting, gets a ball on the inside part of the bat, on closer to the handle, and is able to fight it over the shortstop's head for a base hit.
Here's Taylor Clapper, the center fielder. A couple of RBI on the year. Was gonna square, but again, that ball never was close to the zone. But number 9 hitter, your top hitters coming up. First baseman, third baseman, you got to be thinking about making a beeline towards home plate.
I tell you what, give Ruby Gray a lot of credit. She is working hard back there behind the plate. It's cat-like quickness.
They'll throw behind the runner. Ooh. That throw is a little close to the bag. That's a problem.
That would have
for
been.
Monrovia. 1-1 the count. And Clapper was not showing bunt on that one. Now Coach Seasting works through a new set of signs down the third base line. And tries to get the bunt down. And the teaching moment that we'll have for her is, hey, if you're going to do that, square earlier.
Square
She's waiting
earlier
too late.
and set your bat at the top of the strike zone, and then you know if it's over your hands, you let it go.
That's in for strike. Right at the knee, strike 3. First called strikeout for Walker. Her third, as that marks the first trip through the lineup for Monrovia. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Carpenter. Carpenter slapped one to the shortstop her first time up.
Good rip.
With 1 out, I don't think you're looking to put one down, but also just from an average standpoint, the 1 through 4 hitters all check in between 366 and 400 on the season.
Had a little baseball interfering with us here, Greg.
I got my protective headgear on. I'm fine. 1-1 the count. I know I got first baseman's hands. Apparently I got first baseman feet because I kicked it twice. There's a reason they put me at first base. It wasn't just the fact I was going to talk to everybody on the first base
There you
bag
go.
either. Ground ball. Speaking of the first baseman, she'll step on the bag. No play at second. Job well done by Sturm. Runner in scoring position for the first time for either side in today's game, but there's 2 down.
As you said, nice job of the 3 unassisted there, Kylie Sturm. Fields it cleanly, steps on the base, keeps the runner, Bailey Campbell, at bay at second base.
So here's Lewis. Popped up to the catcher last time. Lewis 2 home runs and 14 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. You were impressed by her work as the shortstop warming up for this game.
Yeah, I really was. Just watching in pregame warm-ups, just watching her actions, the way she moves. Really excited to see her play today.
Again, a pop-up. This time it's a second baseman, and the inning is over. So the leadoff single does no damage to Cascade. Cadets will say an 8-9-1 when we come back from this short timeout. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching high school softball here on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Let's thank our tremendous ISC Sports Network crew. Thanks to Eldon Wheeler, Vincent Morales, Becca Kelly, Sean Walker. Thank you, Jordan Shue. Thank you to Alan Hughes as well. Our guys did a lot of softball the last few days at Marion University on the call of the Crossroads League softball tournament. Congratulations to Indiana Wesleyan. They won the tournament. Taylor got the second automatic bid from the league. And I know the pairings were announced for the NAI about an hour ago as we're live on the air today. I'd assume Marion got an at-large bid to the tournament as well. 8-9-1 coming up here. Lambert will lead things off. Junior shortstop, batting a .194. Couple of runs batted in this season. That spins in for a strike.
Again, as we talked earlier, Greg, I mean, both pitchers really like to use the inside part of the play to these hitters.
That one almost clipped Lambert.
Yes, it did.
That's also a good sign as a pitcher. You're not afraid to throw inside either.
Absolutely.
And again, inside, this time elevated above the hands. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Just a really good pitch. Just the ball's just thrown right over the barrel, and as a hitter, you just can't quite
Right.
catch up to that. It looks so good, but you just can't get to it.
Comes back outside
Yep.
for the first time. If
Good
that had got to the
sequence.
fence, you'd have had that, by the way. You're all over it. Count goes to 1-2. Pop straight up. We'll do it again.
Almost lost my headset there, Greg, looking up for that foul ball.
I have been told it has damaged ISC Sports Network equipment. We'll be sending a bill to Riley at the end of today's game. I want to thank Scott Stevens and all the great folks here at Cascade for rolling out the artificial turf welcome mat for us today. Always enjoy our visits here. And again, folks, we get so many kind words when we're at the schools here in West Central Indiana. We are not here without the great folks at Endeavor Communications. So we'll certainly take any kind plaudits you have for us, but thank the folks from Endeavor. They're the reason we are out here today. This one sails out of the zone. Good discipline by Lambert, and the count runs full now at 3-2.
Just a tremendous at-bat by the 8-hitter Riley Lambert right here, really battling to keep this bat alive.
This one smacked to left field. Base hit, gets away from the left fielder. Could be two, might be more. The first base hit of the game belongs to Lambert, who turned on the off-speed pitch.
That is just, as I was saying, a tremendous at-bat by Riley Lambert. She fought and fought and fought, worked it to a full count, got a ball on the inside part of the plate, and just drove it down the line for a double. Just an outstanding piece of hitting there by Riley Lambert, the shortstop.
So here's Phillips. And Phillips batting .286, but you wonder if she'll be asked to potentially move a runner along here.
I would think so.
Yep. Squares to bunt. Sprays it foul, 0-1 the count.
But again, Greg, we talk about the proper fundamentals. When you're squaring around on a sacrifice bunt, it's not a drag bunt. It's not a surprise. Go ahead and square around early. Get your bat set at the top part of the strike zone, and you use your knees to bend up and down, not your waist, right? Because then that'll keep your bat straight how you want it so you don't drop the bat head and hit the ball in the air.
That's in for a strike. 0-2.
And the flip side of that, when you're pitching and you know it's a bunt situation, I would like to teach my pitchers to try to throw your best high strike, your high fastball, throw the top part of the zone to where they hopefully can bunt it in the air. Good pitch.
Swing and a miss. Late decision to swing. I think that was going to be a
Yes.
called strike three if she didn't swing at it.
Great pitch.
So third strikeout authored by Maddox so far. And there's one away. Here comes Walker. Turned on one, but got under it. Flew out to right field her first time up.
Megan trying to help herself here.
1-0 the count. 7 runs batted in this season. Her .377 average, third best amongst the starting lineup for Coach Birch today. Catcher tried to frame that, but that was off the plate.
It's a good call by the umpires right there. You know, it's kind of tough when you have a .377 average and you're the third best hitter on your team.
It's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is.
Pops this one up.
That ball, Maddox got it in on the hands of Megan Walker there. She just couldn't get that bat, the barrel through the zone to get a good piece of it.
Well, again, we have the batter's eye view today. And
yes, we do.
this one, again, turned on, but it's a big park. And the right fielder catches it. Runner will tag and will advance to third. So smart baseball, 2 down.
Good job. Good piece of hitting there by Megan Walker to get the actually not a sacrifice fly, but she flies out to right field and is able to advance the base runner Riley Lambert. The only thing on that is I watched to make sure Riley Lambert almost took off a little bit too late, I think. I mean, she's making sure she doesn't leave early, but man, you got to make sure you're going as soon as that ball is caught.
Here's Broughton. Works that one foul. Need a fresh supply of softballs at this point. As that one came in from the Monrovia dugout. Broughton hit one on a rope back at the pitcher last time up.
Yeah, that was
misses low, 1-1.
That was our 1-4-3 put out. You're right. That ball was absolutely tattooed. But Maddox was able to kind of deflect it to her second baseman to get the out there.
This one, shortstop.
Oh,
gonna be tough. Yeah, just can't make the play from there. Infield single, scores a run, make it 1-0 for Cascade.
It's a good job there by Abigail Broughton. Hits the ball in the 5-6 hole, is able to leg it out for a base hit, drives in a run. RBI hits with 2 outs are always clutch in softball or baseball.
So give Broughton the RBI, good for her 7th of the year. Here's Gray. That one tails away, 1-0 the count.
Graceland Gray just looks like a hitter. Her actions are hitterish. I mean, the way she takes, you can see her loading up and getting her pivot going. I mean, she just looks like a hitter. What I really love is she really gets into her legs. You talk about that a lot in baseball and even softball. Hitters that hit from the ground up, you kind of get low and you kind of sink low into your hips and your legs, and you use that to hit with.
Off the end of the bat. Left fielder has a long way to go, but she's there. Play made by Crouch, and the inning is over. But a pair of singles and a runner moving over with a sacrifice fly helps get Cascade on the board through 3. Cadets lead 1-0. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going
before.
to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Back at Cascade High School, Greg Rakestraw, Chris Walker with you here on the ISC Sports Network, courtesy of our friends at Endeavor Communications. WeEndeavor.com is the website to find out more information. Good folks at Endeavor offer some of the fastest internet speeds you will find in the state of Indiana, let alone anywhere else. WeEndeavor.com always has more. So Maddox 3-4-5 to run through the lineup here for Monrovia. And our friends at Endeavor sending us to Danville for a little baseball coming up on Friday night. Mike Walensky joins me for that one. As Pat O'Neill's Danville Warriors take on South Putnam Friday night, 6 o'clock here on the ISC Sports Network. Walker's first offering to Maddox is a ball. Maddox, one of 2 base runners so far for the Bulldogs. Drew a walk in the first inning. This one foul. 1-1 the count.
Maddox did a nice job of limiting the damage in that last half inning. Let's see if she can get herself on base to kind of try to get her team a run to even this game up.
Popped up. That'll reach the seats. 1-2. Maddox 366 on the season.
Let's see if Megan Walker tries to go hard inside or she goes with the changeup again.
Again, the pop-up. Count remains 1-2. A little more cloud than sun right now. That's okay.
Feels good.
Yep.
Feels really good.
Popped up. This was playable. Shortstop. Dives. And got it. There is that little no man's land that seemingly doesn't exist in baseball but exists in softball. Right behind the pitcher. Diving play by Lambert. One away.
Riley Lambert is all over the field today. Doing it with the bat, doing it with the glove. That's her second diving play here today in this game.
So here's McGinnis. She was the victim of the other great play by Lambert on a dive. McGinnis certainly capable of tying this up with one swing.
Yes, she is.
Took a good cut at that. That'll bounce back in the field to play off the netting and fence here at Cascade, 0-1.
Megan Walker has had a lot of success so far in this game at getting in on the hands of Athena McGinnis here. Let's see if McGinnis can make an adjustment and get her hands inside that ball and get the barrel to it. She did.
Hammers this one towards right center field. Center fielder looks up, off the base of the wall. McGinnis will be held to a very long single.
You know, Greg, I think McGinnis thought that ball was gone because she was kind of in her home run trot there. She hit it very well. That ball was absolutely smoked, but you still like to see her find a way to get to second base on that.
And this is where we say that, again, this field's about 10 to 15 feet longer than a lot of places they play. So in a lot of other parks, that would have been Oppo Taco Tuesday.
That ball was absolutely crushed.
Crouch struck out last time up, watches this one go by.
I'm really interested to see the next at-bat between those two, Walker and McGinnis, because I think that pitch was on the outer half of the plate. I don't think you want to throw it there to McGinnis.
Got her hands extended.
Yes, absolutely.
Count goes to 1-1. Two and 1 to count.
Good take there by Crouch. Seeing the ball really well. Didn't flinch on that pitch at all. See if she gets something in her zone she can get a good swing at.
Off the end of the bat and foul again. It's a good thing fans return foul balls, or Cascade without a couple $100 at this point.
No kidding.
Batters have battled even if pitchers have had the better of it so far.
And to your point, Greg, I have recently found out that softballs are also affected by these supply chain issues because my wife worked at a sporting goods store. I went to buy a couple dozen softballs, and I bought the last 2 dozen. They are in trouble right now.
Strike 3 at the knees. 2 away.
Crouch didn't like it, but that's a really good pitch there by Megan Walker. And what's interesting about that, she's been very consistent there. She's really hit that spot a lot in this game, that low and in strike on right-handed hitters. So she's been really effective with that pitch.
4th strikeout for Walker. That's in for a strike as well. Newell, a strikeout victim 2 last time up. That one rattles the cage.
Yes, it does. A Ruby Gray pops right back up, goes and grabs her foul ball. Get some encouragement from some of her fans.
Just the quick, and Ruby taking care of herself. Walk to the pitcher.
There
give
you
yourself
go.
a minute.
Yep.
Get a foul ball in to kind of give yourself a moment as well to recover. Those two would appear to be all right.
Oh, goodness.
And then a foul ball headed right to home plate.
hits our home plate umpire. Good Lord.
He's patted. He says he's fine. 0-2. Just a bit high. Good pitch at 0-2, but out of the zone.
Yes, it was. And, Greg, I continue to flinch when I hear heads up. I keep forgetting that we have a net over our heads, so we're protected. Good pitch.
First baseman, a couple of steps that Sturm, and again, the one-out single does no damage against Cascade. So it remains a 1-0 game going to the home half of the fourth. We're back after this, presented by Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
I look at the lights, and I'm not sure at this point we're going to need them. Given the time of year and kind of the way the tenor of this game has gone so far. Greg Rakestraw, Chris Walker with you. And thanks to our friends at Endeavor Communications. They support the community with the fastest internet around for homes, business, and education. Find out more at weendeavor.com.
So, Greg, I have done with ISC Sports, with the crew, I've done high school basketball, college baseball, high school football, and boys and girls basketball.
Correct.
There's nothing better than the pace of a well-played high school girls softball game.
Kokenauer at the plate. I would concur with you on that.
And watching these ladies compete and at the pace this game is played, I love doing this sport.
Kokenauer.
Good swing.
Just lifts that one into center field for a leadoff hit. And for the third inning in a row, the leadoff batter is aboard for Cascade.
So I talk about this all the time. I work with the hitters at Lafayette Jeff, and there are so many hits in the middle of the field. When you stay through the middle of the field, it gives you a chance as a hitter. It gives you more margin for error. But so many guys and hitters are so pull happy, it makes you one-dimensional. When you use the middle of the field, good things happen.
Ruby Gray, a fly ball to center field, her first time up.
Done a tremendous job behind the plate thus far as well.
And this one lifted, caught. That's going to be two. Kokenauer took off and went in the wrong direction. So first double play of the game means there's two away.
Yeah, that's a tough break because I'm telling you, if I'm the base runner on first base, I would have done exactly what Ella Kokenauer did as well. I think I'm going on that. I'm going to take a chance because if that drops, you can go first to third, and you're sitting pretty. You're first and third with no outs. But now you're 2 outs for the double play. You can live with that.
It's Grusup. Fly ball to right field her last time up. A little bit low.
Oh, good pitch.
2-0. Outfield playing deep and to pull. And on cue, ball sent to left center field, but because of how deep it was, I gave the left fielder fits. And Grusa, the heads-up play, saw that the left fielder, and in her defense, that's a tough sun she is looking back into due west. Couldn't really find it. Turns into a double.
Yeah, that is a really tough play on the the left fielder, Emily Crouch, to try to make that play. But I want to give credit to the base runner, base running by Tara Grusa to get to second base on that play. Now a base hit, get yourself another run.
And the left fielder looks up and goes, now the clouds are in front of the
sun. Of course.
Again, she's not catching that, but I think maybe she's got a better read on it to limit it to a single and not a double.
Absolutely.
She's not fighting that sun. Foul tip, 1-1 the count.
It's a big at-bat here by Kylie Sturm.
Because a one-run game and a two-run game are, I think, two completely different things today.
Especially the way that Megan Walker's throwing the ball.
Yep. Well, to put it in perspective, Walker has allowed 10 earned runs all year. And one of the recent losses for her and the team was to Mooresville. And those who know, Mooresville's in the top 10 in 4A, so one of the better teams in the state.
Yep.
Popped up. Field should hold it. First baseman drifts over, makes the play, and the inning is over. And that double play looms large for Monrovia.
Yes, it does.
Through 4, the score remains 1-0 in favor of the Cadets as you're watching high school softball presented by Endeavor Communications here on the ISC Sports Network.
You have enough on your plate. Let McAllister Rentals' wide selection of equipment help. With an extensive equipment selection and experienced people, McAllister Rentals in the Cat Rental Store is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. You know we can help you with the big jobs, from moving dirt to getting you in the air. But did you also know that we can handle your smaller equipment needs with equipment like generators and water pumps? McAllister Rentals has made its mark with locations throughout Indiana and now Michigan. We pride ourselves on our reliable equipment, fast service, and knowledgeable people. Visit us online today or give us a call. McAllister Rentals, helping build Indiana since 1945.
A look from down the first base line. That's from the camera of Eldon Wheeler. It's almost a home game for Eldon today. Living in the greater Mooresville area. I'm sure he took some back roads and enjoyed a beautiful day. It's an impressive foul ball retrieval system we just witnessed off camera to our right. Get the stick.
That's right.
Because those baseballs are expensive too. So 7-8-9 coming up this time through from Monrovia. Mobley first pitch swinging, and as has been the case for virtually every at-bat, somebody fouls one back.
See Coach giving Harley some pointers, telling her to hit the ball out in front. Don't let it get so deep on her.
1-1 the count.
A lot easier said than done, Coach.
Mobley popped up to the catcher last time up. And Mobley batting .294 on the campaign. Hard hit, but right back to Walker. Snaps over to first. Fourth time in 5 innings that the leadoff man has been retired by Walker.
Well, you're going to be in a lot of games when you get to keep the leadoff runner, the leadoff hitter off of base, that's for sure.
So here's Campbell. Swing and a miss.
You know, talking about the shoes of choice earlier by these softball players here, I noticed that Megan Walker does have on the moldy cleats. Give herself some better traction out there.
Campbell, one of 2 hits so far for the Bulldogs. Two hopper. Third baseman's got it. Grusa gets her down the line. There's 2 away.
Nice job there by Grusa. Fielded cleanly, makes the throw for the second out of the inning.
Now this is the type of week you want to have if you're Monrovia. Lots of games this time of year. Forget practice. Just
That's
go play.
right. That is correct.
They will host Lutheran tomorrow. They will play out Southport on Thursday. And they will take on Covenant Christian on Saturday. And after Saturday, just 2 games on the schedule for next week to wrap up the regular season.
It's a busy week of softball.
And this was a not busy inning because it went by quickly. 2 ground ball outs and a pop-up. That's it, and that's all for the Bulldogs in the top half of the 5th. So far, in 18 batters at the plate, 2 hits from Monrovia. Cascade looks to stretch the lead when we come back, leading 1-0 on the ISC Sports Network.
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds left. Same players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it. That's the finish. The layup to take it. And an and 1. Fly ball. Out of here. Welcome back on this warm, late spring, feels like early summer evening.
Sun's warm, the breeze is cool, and this place is a great place to spend your Tuesday evening. Greg Rakestraw, Chris Walker with you here on the ISC Sports Network, presented by Endeavor Communications. Now, I gave you a 4.5-inning warning.
Oh, no.
Have you figured out why this school is named Cascade in southwest Hendricks County? And we have a beautiful kind of scenic view of what west central Indiana looks like. But generally not exactly many waterfalls here that you would think would be associated with Cascade. Now, Cataract Falls is not far away, but it's not in this school district.
Is it because they like dishwashing?
No, don't. You know, sometimes the voices in your head are not to be listened to. Swing and a miss.
I don't know. I don't know what am I missing?
Well, it's one of those things that you have to kind of know the backstory to know the reason why.
Give it to me.
I will as soon as time allows in the broadcast, as Lambert sprays that one foul. Catcher lost her gear, turning to look for a foul ball. So she'll have to put the helmet back on, which gives me time to finish this story. So the first three letters in Cascade are C-A-S.
Correct.
Clayton, Amo, Stylesville. 3 high schools that merged to form Cascade High School. 1 and 2 the count.
Well done.
So if nothing else, you learned some history about Cascade High School today.
Nice. Good stuff.
Popped up. Second baseman's got a beat on it. And eventually it will come down. 1 away.
You said Clayton?
Amo.
Amo.
Stylesville.
Stylesville.
And you will, if you go west on 40,
okay,
you will drive through Stylesville before you get to Greencastle.
Okay.
Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count.
I'm saying with you doing this job or covering Indiana high school sports for as long as you have, you know this state pretty well, sir.
Well, thank you. Phillips, swing and a miss. So I have lost track. I used to have a map, the old IHSAA map in my office.
Uh-huh.
And I had highlighted places I have been, schools that I have done at some point in time. As Phillips waves at that one and quickly is retired on strike. Second time she has struck out today. 2 down. That's the 4th strikeout offered by Maddox. But I would assume of the just over 400 IHSAA member schools I have competed against, broadcast from, or broadcast a game involving about 250 schools at this point.
Huh.
Outside corner for a strike, 0-1 the count.
Back to the top of the order with Megan Walker here.
She has flown out to the right fielder twice. Well, not to right field, but another fly ball. Center fielder has it lined up and makes another play. And much like the Bulldogs went down in order, the Cadets do the same in the home half of the 5th. Score remains 1-0 in favor of the home team as you're watching high school softball presented by Endeavor Communications here on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
That's the American flag that's down the left field line for softball, right field line for the baseball field here. Already the top of the 6th inning we go. Greg Rakestraw, Chris Walker with you here on the ISC Sports Network. And we are presented by Endeavor Communications, WeEndeavor.com, where you can find out more. Amazingly fast internet. Enough to allow you to watch this broadcast whenever you would like. At ISCSportsNetwork.com, on the ISC Sports Network channel, and on a variety of social media outlets such as Twitter and YouTube, even Twitch, that are bringing you today's game. I have no idea what Twitch is, but the kids are on it, so I figure we better be there too.
Well, Greg, this is a big inning for Monrovia here in the top of the 6th. This may be the last time the top of your order comes up. You need to get some here.
And again, these are the top 4 batters, all 360 or better. So far, they have had 2 of those batters reach in their 8 plate appearances today. 1 walk and 1 hit. Total of 3 base runners so far for the Bulldogs. So 0-1. Chases the elevated fastball, 0-2. Carpenter, a pair of ground balls, one of the first baseman, one of the shortstop. Her 2 plate appearances today for the sophomore catcher.
Megan Walker seems to be getting stronger and stronger as this game goes on.
Good play discipline by Carpenter, didn't chase the ball that was up and out of the zone.
Just popping that glove right now.
This one sprayed foul. Good contact. Now he needs to find just a way to get there just a fraction of a second quicker.
It's a great piece of hitting there by Carpenter. She's hitting it where it's pitched. Not trying to do too much.
The 2 base hits by Monrovia have been solid, clean contact. As this one has popped up. Problem is, those are about the only 2 balls that they have squared up today. Shortstop and center fielder come together. Kokenauer makes the play, and the shortstop has to know that's the center fielder's ball when she's coming in like that.
Yes, it was. And Kokenauer, I could hear her calling mine, 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 but it was kind of late, so it causes that confusion. But great job by Kokenauer to hold on to that ball. No one gets hurt, so you keep playing. That's the old fly ball communication drill you do in practice that none of the players like. Coaches always seem to want to do that on the most windy day of the season, and so it makes it for a very crazy practice.
And I'd say we got about 15-mile-an-hour breeze right now, so
yes,
good day for that. First pitch swinging, there's Lewis. No doubt that was Lambert's ball that time, and she handles it with what has been her usual ease. There's 2 down.
Yeah, Lambert's been really good defensively in this game today. Wouldn't expect anything less.
Here's Maddox. Lambert made the diving play behind the circle. Last time that Maddox was to the plate. And Maddox has worked a walk.
Good pitch.
That one never left the strike zone, 0-1.
But as she normally does, Megan Walker sinks that first fastball in on the inner half to a right-handed hitter for a fastball strike.
This one, good contact, center fielder Kokenauer coming in, could not make the diving play. Maddox makes the turn, but good job by the right fielder. Phillips is over. Again, clean single for the Bulldogs. And they have their 3rd hit and 4th base runner of the day.
You said something there that I don't want to go kind of underestimated, but great job by the right fielder, Mallory Phillips, to be there backing up her diving center fielder, Kokenauer, so that stays a single and not an extra base hit.
But again, here's the opportunity. Even though there's a runner at first with 2 outs, here's the chance.
And we said we wanted to see this at bat. We wanted to see this matchup again here.
Hammered one last time. Off the fence in right center field. But courtesy runner, by the way, in and Parker in the run for Maddox.
And to our surprise, Megan Walker starts Athena McGinnis off with a pitch on the outer portion of the plate. I would not do that. I would try to jam her. Oh.
Well, frankly, she might be pitching around her at this point.
That is very possible.
Count at 2-0.
What do you think this conversation is, Greg?
I can tell you exactly what it is. She's starting with her left foot outside of the batter's box.
Gotcha.
She's got an open stance at the plate, and that front foot's been...
I tell you what, man, that batter's box, you don't have much room in there.
No. So,
there you
now
go.
She's
you got it.
Back in the batter's box. We are, frankly, so close to home plate. I would try not to say that to influence the call of the game, but yeah, that's what it is.
The other thing I think you're right on with is it appears that they're pitching around Athena McGinnis right here.
The unintentional, intentional walk.
You got it.
Not even close. Yep.
Absolutely.
Just give you the free. So the go-ahead run is now on the base pass, but you have gotten through the top 4 hitters where most of the damage is done for Monrovia.
Yeah, I don't mind that move at all.
So second walk given up by Walker, and again, she's now given up 11 walks all year.
Well, it's one of those things where I think you go into every game and saying there's a certain player in each team that's not going to beat us, and I think that was Athena McGinnis, so you don't let her do that.
Now, Walker has no problem finding the strike zone on that one.
Correct.
Comes right back after 0-2.
Yep. Again, well-coached teams here.
In Cascade 14-3, 5-0 in conference play. Monrovia 8-5. This one off the glove, up the middle, base hit. Will they get one of the wave around? Yes. Center fielder charges. Throw come towards home. Tag applied. Got her.
Wow.
Took a perfect throw from center field, and Kokenauer on senior day delivered and keeps a 0 on the board for Monrovia.
Just a really good play there by Kokenauer. Charging that ball, coming in to get it, and throws the ball right to the catcher on a hop. And actually did it, one hop. Oh, actually, no, on a fly. And Ruby Gray's in there, makes the tag. Great job.
We'll take this quick timeout. We'll talk more about that play when we come back on ISC.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
So first real scoring opportunity for Monrovia in today's game. Cascade records an out at home plate. Monrovia still has yet to score 1-0, and all of a sudden now it is insurance run time for Cascade with batters 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Let's talk about the decision at third base by Jeff Seasting. You have to send the runner in that situation.
Absolutely.
Have to.
You may not have another opportunity
It's your
to do
only
that.
chance you've had all day.
Absolutely.
Even though you've got one of the other team's best players in center field, you make her make that throw.
Absolutely, because it's too many things have to go right for that play to happen that way. And unfortunately for Monrovia, they did, but you'd have to take that chance.
That moment that Parker reached third base, that was the first time that Monrovia had a runner at third base all day.
There you go.
But Kokenauer, as we talked about, is going to play college softball next year. That's in for a strike. You can kind of see why with that throw.
Absolutely. Perfect throw right on the money. Nice fundamentals by the catcher, Ruby Gray, to catch and tag. Everything's done well there.
This one line,
Good
past the
swing.
shortstop. Base hit. Making the turn at first, but staying right there after a hard hit single is brought. That's her second single of the game. She drove home the earlier run for Cascade back in the third, and now she's trying to deliver an insurance run.
I love watching Abigail Broughton play the game. She gets that hit, and she's thinking double right away. She's rounding first base really hard there. She's flying out of the batter's box. Got to love that.
Gray watches that one go by. 0-1 the count. Not close to the zone, 1-1 the count. And again, the game within the game. This is your top hitter. Do you say, hey, put one down here? You say, you know what? You're best served by just swinging away. That's how you provide us a run.
Exactly.
The answer is the latter. Left fielder coming in again, fighting that sun. Great job.
Nice
well
job.
done.
Really well done.
That's Crouch that makes the play. And again, has the shades down, used that glove to help shade. Made a good play on a well-hit ball, one away.
Great job there.
Here's Kokenauer. Again, by rule of softball or baseball, you make a great defensive play, you're bound to come up the next inning. And
good gracious.
Put a scare into Maddox as that one did an about face towards center field. Now that's 3 balls that have been really squared up this inning by Cascade, 2 of them for base hits.
Yeah, well, we talked about using the middle of the field. There are so many hits in the middle of the baseball or softball field. When you do that, you just give yourself a better opportunity to have some success.
Here's Gray. Gray lifts this one to right field. Right fielder coming in. Couldn't make the play. That probably was going to score a run. They're going to give the run of the wave around from third. No play at home plate. Runners at second and third. Tough play for Campbell to make. The wind kind of knocked that one down as well. An RBI double down the line, and there's a little cushion for Cascade. It's 2-0.
Yeah, good job there by Ruby Gray putting the ball in play. But, man, watching Abigail Broughton run the bases is a thing of beauty. She never slowed down.
Here's Grusa. Swing and a miss. Again, Broughton's going to play at St. Mary's the Woods College next year. You want a chance to redeem yourself on West Central Indiana trivia?
Go ahead.
The nickname for St. Mary's the Woods College.
No idea.
The Pomeroys of St. Mary's of the Woods.
Huh.
1-1 the count. Excuse me, swing. Check foul 1-2. One of 5 Indiana schools now part of the River States Conference. St. Mary's the Woods, Oakland City, IU Kokomo, IU East, and IU Southeast. This one.
Oh, that's in a bad spot. That's
right
trouble.
Center. Right fielder comes over. Runner does tag. So make it 3-0. If I'm Monrovia, I think I'd throw that ball back to second.
Think she left it early?
Shortstop sitting there on the bag.
Ooh.
Base umpire said no, but
it was close.
It was close because she got a heck of a jump if she didn't. But ruling has been made. We move on. Sacrifice fly. Rusa gets the RBI, her 6th. 2 away.
Well, Greg, you talked about insurance runs, and Cascade has done just that. I mean, it's going to be really tough to come back on Megan Walker and get 3 runs here in the top of 7.
Cascade is going to be a tough out in 2A. Foul ball. It is easy to see why they are lining up for a 15th win in 18 games played.
I'm with you. Much agreed.
Sturm 0 for 2 today. Able to lay off of that one. Hit a foul pop up to the first baseman. Looking ahead for Monrovia 6, 7, and 8 coming up this time through. And swing and a miss. But Cascade's heart of the lineup did exactly what they needed to do, and that provided a little cushion. They scored twice on 3 hits and a sacrifice fly. And Monrovia's got 3 runs, or 3 outs to score 3 times. They trail 3-0 going to the 7th here on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
In today's broadcast on the ISC Sports Network, presented by our friends at Endeavor Communications, weendeavor.com. Lightning fast internet speeds, always delivered with our friends at Endeavor Communications. Happy to service portions of Putnam, Hendricks, Owen, and Morgan counties. So Walker looking for her 8th win of the season. She has scattered 4 hits. Newland, Mobley, Campbell. The trio of Monrovia players due up here in the top of the 7th. Game that has just passed the hour 15 mark at this juncture.
Wow. Holy cow.
Our friends at Marion University, not a game that we televise in their conference tournament. They played a 5-inning run rule game in 55 minutes the other day.
How is that even possible?
Play 4.5 innings. You can do it.
Jeez.
Here's Newland. Strikeout and a tapper to the first baseman. And this one.
Good swing.
Sent to center field for a base hit. Monrovia continuing to battle here.
Talk about that 55-minute run rule game, Greg. Normally those run rule games seem to take longer because there's so much action on the bases.
Here's Mobley. Mobley 0 for 2 today. Tap her back to the pitcher. Pop up to the catcher in her 2 previous plate appearances. Sails out of the zone. And both these teams will be in action tomorrow.
Catcher Ruby Gray pops up, wanting to throw the baseball around. Gotta love that aggressiveness from your catcher.
No need with a 3-run lead.
Right.
Off the hands, that'll land foul.
That could not get any closer to her hands. That's what you call getting jammed up right there, Greg. Coach going to have a talk with Harley Mobley here, kind of get her head straight here, get her back in the box, get her ready to hit.
One ball, one strike, play.
Pop back our general direction.
Megan Walker is not afraid to come inside, and so she sees the swing of Harley Mobley, and she's decided that she's going to try to live on the inside part of the plate to get the out here.
One ball, two strikes.
Again, good stay alive swing. By the way, if Cascade is able to not just win this, but keep a 0 on the board, this would be the 7th time in 15 wins they have had pitchers go for a shutout.
Wow. So not only are they winning, they're dominating.
A little high.
It's a good pitch.
Yep, good eye, 2-2. Of course, this is a Monrovia team that not done fighting yet, but they would love to get at least one more try come postseason time. Popped up, third baseman. Couldn't make the play, foul ball.
That is a really good call by the home plate umpire, because not only are you watching to see if the catch is made, but you have to make sure that the third baseman there, Tara Grusa, does not touch
Correct.
that ball in fair territory and then misses it, and then it goes in foul territory, because that would be a fair ball.
Exactly what I was looking for in that scenario too, was if that touched her, where did it touch her?
That's right.
Popped up, first baseman. It's a relatively easy play, and great battle by Mobley, but the battle won by Walker. There's one away.
Yep, one out brings up Bailey Campbell, who's got a hit in the game today, 1 for 2.
Campbell, according to stats, not had many at-bats this year. She is listed on the JV roster as well, so she has been kind of somewhat late addition. You know, a couple of injuries have really kind of shortened the lineup for this Monrovia team.
Well, I'll tell you what I like about Bailey Campbell. She likes to swing the bat. She's not up here to walk, and so she's getting an opportunity to play on this varsity squad, and she's going to get her money's worth. I love that.
That's in for a strike. Fouled straight back. Let's do it again.
Good battle here by Bailey Campbell. What'd you say the mascot was for that team?
For St. Mary's of the Woods? Pomeroys.
What's a Pomeroy?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Well hit, could be 2. Step on the bag and couldn't beat Campbell to first base, but Monrovia now down to a final out. It's Clapper.
Whoa.
And they have called the batter out.
For throwing the bats or something?
I'm not sure what the call was there, but that is going to be the game will end at that moment right there. So with that, game's over. Game ends on an umpire's call, and that's that. I think that may have simply delayed the inevitable. Cascade clearly was in line to put this one away, and they win it by a score of 3-0. Cascade runs their record to 15-3. Monrovia falls to 8-6. Bulldogs gave a good battle, but Cascade, simply put, was the better team today. Chris, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, Megan Walker for Cascade just pitched a really good ball game. Her offense got just enough runs to get her a victory. Great job by Cascade. They're going to be, like you said, a tough out here in 2A here in a couple weeks. Be fun to watch and see what happens for them.
Again, thank you to our friends at Endeavor Communications that made this broadcast possible today. Thanks to Scott Stevens and the good folks at Cascade High School for having us out. Look forward to seeing each of these two schools get together in baseball coming up in 8 days at Monrovia High School. Our next broadcast, presented by Endeavor Communications on ISC, will be on Friday night when we go to Danville High School. Mike Walensky joins me for that one when Danville plays host to South Putnam. Our coverage starts at 6 o'clock. For now, goodbye from Southern Hendricks County, where Cascade wins at 3-0. You've been watching, courtesy of Endeavor Communications, right here on the ISC Sports Network.